Raider Nation, what is the deal, man? Once again, it's your guy Panama Fargo, and I'm back to y'all live with another episode of the Raider Rundown. And today, man, we're gonna be going over why I think, right, the Raiders haven't named Luke Getsy as the official offensive coordinator. Remember, this is my opinion, right? And also, we are also gonna go over some of the team news and front office news that has come out about the Las Vegas Raiders. So without further ado, man, let's go ahead, let's get this intro started, and let's get the show cracked. What is the deal? You're back again for another episode of the Raider Rundown. Make sure you guys are tapping on the like and on the subscribe button. And please hit on that little notification bell so you get updated whenever I drop episodes and get updates like this right here. But like I was saying, man, today we're going to go over why I think the Raiders have still not named Luke Getsy the official offensive coordinator. As I am recording this, he has not been named officially. Right? This is the same thing like Kingsbury. We heard that it was supposed to be in play, but then things fell apart. Things happened. Kind of getting the sense with this, it's been at least, like 2 days since we done heard some news. And usually if it's going to be official, it's going to be official, right? So before we get into that, let's go ahead and get you into some of the team news that is going down so far, right? So the Raiders have signed edge rusher Janarius Robinson to a 1-year, $985,000 contract for 2024. If you remember, he was a late sign. He was a after Dave Ziegler and Josh McDaniels firing sign, number 97. I remember he flashed a couple times for me on the screen just with his effort, just with his play, right? His speed to the ball. So it's good to see that, somebody that they brought in when they had that interim tag on there is somebody that they retained, right? Somebody that they think that they can mold, develop, and get better. So I liked 97. I like this signing, and anybody you can bring back from that previous D-line, let's keep that same continuity going, right? So that's how I feel there. So that's the news with that report. The Raiders pass game coordinator, right? Jason Simmons, he was already with the team. He will now interview with the Commanders for a position on their defensive staff. So it's likely he leaves because he has connections with somebody with that Commander staff. So we're probably going to lose the pass game coordinator. Not too much biggie, because when you get another offensive coordinator, somebody else, right, they're going to want to bring in their guys. AP's going to want to bring in his guys. So that's nothing to worry about there, right? Also, in team news, the Raiders have hired former Jets and LSU D-line coach Andre Carter as a pass rush specialist. So another guy that they hired to help this defense at the pass rush, right? If you remember, Carter was with the Jets in 2019 and 2020, where they led the league in run stop win rate in both years. They ranked 27th in sacks during 2019 and 19th in 2020. Carter has experience as a D-line assistant under Patrick Graham and Rob Leonard in Miami. So familiar ties there. Probably somebody Patrick Graham wanted to bring aboard as well. So that right there is all of your Raider team news and all the transactions that has happened so far. So remember, hit the like, hit the subscribe button if you want more news, more updates like I'm giving you right now. So we're going to get into the juicy part of the episode, which is, why I think they have not named Luke Getsy their official offensive coordinator. Now, we got word 2 days ago, that the Raiders were expected and finalizing a contract for Luke Getsy. Now, usually, in my experience and just being around the NFL, when they say finalizing, right, it usually takes maximum a day, maybe day and a half, right? We're damn near going on 3 days here, right? We're damn near going on 3 days. No official word, right? Why is it not official? You get everything from Ian Rappaport writing all these things, but if you go to the Raiders Twitter, you're gonna lead to the Nuggets. If you go to the Raiders Twitter, they ain't officially named that, right? And that's how you know when it's official, when the ball club, they go ahead and put their post out saying, hey, we've hired so-and-so, or the team has fired so-and-so, we've waived so-and-so, right? Like, it always happens. You see it happens all the time, right? So the Raiders haven't posted anything official about Luke Getsy. They haven't posted his picture. They ain't posted nothing. They ain't done zero zilch, right? So keep this in mind. As I'm talking right now, it could all be bullshit, right? I could just be talking about this and all this rumor stuff, and then as soon as I drop the video, they fuck around and name him officially, right? So maybe so. But if it doesn't happen, and if you're watching this video, and if they have not named him officially, I think there's a reason for the mix-up. And the reason is a name that we've been looking at all along, and a lot of people say, oh, he's not compatible with the offense. Oh, he's not compatible with AP. But it's Eric Bieniemy, right? Today, you got word that the Commanders will be relieving Eric Bieniemy of his position there in Washington. No surprise, right? When they do go ahead and sign Cliff Kingsbury. But when you think about it, right? Cliff, he tried to big time us, whatever the case is, it is what it is. I know some people I see are tripping about, oh, the Raiders should have upped him on 3 years. Come on, bro. You know what I mean? Honestly, let's be real, bro. You give him 2. If he know they not willing to go up and all that, he's just going to try to big time them at the end of the day, right? And the Raiders were never going to do that, right? We were never going to give him a 3-year deal. I think it was smart not to give him a 3-year deal. But whatever case the fact is, right? Soon as they signed Cliff Kingsbury, you knew Eric Bieniemy's position was probably in flux, right? You knew it was in flux. Keep this in mind. Eric Bieniemy was a name that was floated around early in the process. Early in the offensive coordinator process, the name was floated around. And, it was quiet this whole time. Nobody knew what was going down with him, right? And as soon as Dan Quinn got hired there, the question still arose, right? Is he going to get hired back? Like, what's the deal? Apparently not, right? Apparently not. So now that we look, he's going to be an impending free agent, right? Coming out here. Don't look like he's going to get no head coaching jobs, right? Is that why the Raiders have not officially hired Luke Getsy? Are they going to try to kick the tires on Airbnb? Maybe get an interview. Maybe they've already interviewed with him, right? And then they say, okay, we hold all the cards in the position right now. Why rush it, right? Let's see. And if you did not, go ahead and read Antonio Pierce's letter to the nation, right? Read his letter to the nation in the Players Tribune. It says it all, right? We're going to see who actually want to wear these colors and actually want to coach this team. I've been saying that, right? Not everybody is meant to wear these colors. Not everybody is meant to be a coach, a player, a fan of this team. It's just facts, right? It's just facts. Some people ain't built for this shit. So when you look at that, that's not saying Luke Getsy isn't. He might be, because at the end of the day, like I said yesterday in yesterday's live, if he wants this job, then by all means, for sure. Who am I to say no? If somebody who's eager and wants this job and thinks he can do well, okay, for sure. But Eric Bieniemy says the same thing. I'm gonna have to ride in that direction. That's me, right? Now I know a lot of people say he will not be compatible in this offense because of how much he threw the ball last year. To me, I do kind of attribute how much he threw the ball last year to the fact that I don't know. Maybe the offensive line was bad. I don't really know Washington's situation, right? I don't know the situation, but their guard did come out and say that he wanted to run the ball more, and he felt like they passed too much. So that was a concern from the players. Will that be a concern here if he was signed, right? And it's AP's team, though. AP's philosophy. So that the philosophy must mix in, right? So, but I can see Bieniemy fitting as a coaching style, as a Raider style. I can. So that's my thing. Is he the reason for the holdup? If so, what can be done behind the scenes? And can they transition again? If that's the case, man, it is what it is. And I will be very happy in acquiring Eric Bieniemy. But y'all let me know down below, man. Do you think that's the reason for the holdup? If so, type yes, man, or type your nose. Go ahead, what you think the reason for the holdup is. And if Luke Getsy gets signed, it is what it is, man. We're going to be breaking down some of Luke Getsy film and all that with my man, Marcus Johnson, right? So We're figuring out the details, but this week we got a episode coming to you live. And regardless if Luke Gessie is the guy, right, or if we don't get no word on the official hiring, we're gonna go ahead and break down some of his film, what he's got going on, what we can look forward to as Raiders fans. So go ahead, hit the like, hit the subscribe button, hit all them notifications, man, so you don't miss nothing that I got dropping and all that info. I'm coming to y'all, man. So without further ado, right, you already know what time it is. You know I keep it authentic from the clouds to the ground on the Raider Rundown.
I need a bad bitch with an accent, serving in peace, still taxing. Just got tapped for the young cash app, moonwalking like a young Mike Jackson. Yeah, shots to the head, ride clean and still fuck feds. Realest nigga and it's on my kids, so who the fuck gon' wanna test me, bitch?